Hey explorers, David Webb coming to you from quarantine, as you can tell by the quarantine hair and the quarantine beard. I know a lot of our outdoor recreation is off limits these days, but one thing that isn't for a lot of us is jogging. If you live in a less densely populated area, you can get out for a jog. Some of you might even be lucky to have empty trails near you. And today I'm going to tell you why the Saucony Xodus 10 is the one trail running shoe you need. Now, I don't know if it's Xodus or Xodus, but I do know it's Saucony, not Saucony as so many people say. It's Saucony. Now that you've learned that, let's take a look at this shoe. And if you're thinking, hey Dave, that looks pretty worse for wear these days, it's because I put about 250 kilometers on this shoe to try and figure out exactly how it performs and why I've come to love it so much. Let's get down to brass tacks. You've got a 31.5 millimeter stack in the back and 27.5 up front for a 4 millimeter drop. That means it's not too aggressive, but it will help put some spring in your step. Down below, you've got nice 5 millimeter lugs with trail specific tread pattern and a power track stiffer outsole than you might find on a conventional running shoe. And of course, the Power Run middle for tons of long-lasting cushioning. I've worn a lot of Saucony shoes over the years, and really they cushion so well. A very, very stiff heel cup, which I actually quite liked. It not only allows for some protection on the trail, but it just allows for a snugger fit. It's a bit wide in the toes, which is good for me, but something you might want to consider. It really has a lot of support points that snug up nicely on the foot. The tongue is not fully gusseted at 332 grams. It's a little heavier than some dedicated racing trail runners, but still plenty light. It's not waterproof. It's not even designated water resistant, although I did find that it offers a bit more water resistance than some other mesh upper shoes that I've worn. That being that some of them you hit some morning dew on the grass and your sock gets soaked, whereas this is not bad for a non-water resistant, technically a non-waterproof shoe. So as you can see, I've just listed a bunch of great attributes, namely the outsole and the midsole, but you might note that I'm describing a bit of a light trail runner. It's not a racing shoe. It doesn't have those huge mud-destroying lugs. It doesn't have the big reinforced toe cap or stiff shank. And that's why I love it. Because truth be told, I'm not a racer. I like to jog on multiple surfaces. Forested trails, packed gravel, and cement. And although this is technically a trail runner, I actually jog with it on the hard stuff too. And it does a great job. Which means that if you're like me and you prefer the trails, but life is kind of keeping you locked down these days, you can have the one shoe that'll do multi-surfaces. I've been very pleased with this shoe so far. It really is a multi-surface runner that leans towards the dirt, but can definitely handle some casual runs on the concrete too. And that's why I love it, and that's why it's the one shoe I've been rocking all spring. So, if your lockdown has you going stir crazy, and if it's safe to do so, grab a pair of these and get out for a run. Please remember to obey all social distancing guidelines, and if it is not safe to get outside or you are not feeling well, stay inside. I'm David Webb, editor of Explorer magazine. Thanks for tuning in.